As defined by dictionary.com, etymology is the derivation of a word. The website also provided several synonyms for the word etymology, including word origin, word source, derivation, origin. Recently, I decided to take a closer look at the etymology of the word autism in the English language. All words are taken from another language, usually Latin or Greek. The word autism is composed of two parts, aut and ism. The prefix of the word is aut, which comes from the Greek word autos, meaning self. The suffix ism, also from Greek, implies a state of being or condition. When I looked at the prefix and suffix of the word combined, I found that the word autism in its purest form means a state of being oneself. So I had a dream back like right before Thanksgiving, so it had to be like sometime in the beginning of last week. So I had this dream to where at first we were in like a mall setting, and I noticed all the people in the mall, they looked dead. They were like zombies, and I was avoiding them during the whole time. And at the same time, I was trying to I was trying to keep up with my son Kingston. And Kingston, doctors had diagnosed him with being on the autism spectrum. Being on the autism spectrum, so he's nonverbal. He makes squeals and noises like that to express, his excitement or his frustration. So in this dream, I was in a mall setting and avoiding all these dead people that I noticed. And then I saw Kingston run into this like jungle exhibit, this jungle display, and he was interested in something in that area, and I just stood behind him. At first I was like, no, King, don't go in there. And then he stood on a certain platform in there, and I stood a little bit behind him. And next thing you know, like the platform that we were standing on, it started to move. It was like an amusement ride. If you've ever been on like a 4D experience movie ride or an IMAX ride at an amusement park, and you would sit with the glasses on, and the chair will like spray out water, and and the chairs will like move up and down and side to side as you're watching the movie to make you feel like you're actually experiencing the movie that you're watching. So it started, the platform started shaking like that. And then next thing you know, like it scared Kingston, and he started running everywhere. So through the whole dream, I was chasing Kingston around. And it was like he was like right there with me, and then I'll turn for a second and turn back around, and he would be like, I would see him running off somewhere else. So like there were like 3 or 4 other area points that I was running to catch, to try to keep up with him. And towards the end of the dream, I finally caught up to him, and he was like, he wasn't 3 years old anymore. He was like bigger than me. He was like a teen. And I think the dream ended. But later that day, so I woke up from that dream, and then later on in the day, we went to the store. So we're in the store, and I noticed Kingston is really, really distracted, or really, really in his own world. And usually he is like, I'll have him walking beside me, and he's like, right near me. But this time, I was chasing him like throughout the whole store, and I'm like I never experienced this before with him. So like I was frustrated, and headed back to our place, like it just came to me. I was like, I had a dream, I was chasing Kingston around. So I was like, like what does, all of this mean? I was just asking the Lord, like, what does all of this mean? And in the beginning of this video, it spoke of where the word autism derived from and what the root meaning of it is. And so I was like, so am I chasing myself? So like that whole day I was like, okay, am I am I autistic? Do I have, those traits, or, just asking a lot of questions. And the article that I read earlier in this video was basically saying that autism isn't a disease. It's not a disease, but it is a state of being. And I read a few other articles as well that that helped to comfort me. But I just found it, amazing that that dream that I had reflected. It seemed like, it came true, because here I am in this store, like chasing after Kingston, like just trying to keep up with him. And it was, I don't know what to say, because a lot of things that he is doing now, I remember doing when I was a little girl, but I have never been diagnosed with anything. So that just had me wondering. And I'm not sure why I'm sharing this, but this is like an old video that I was supposed to post and I never got to it. So I'm not really sure what the point is. What I want to add is that maybe God has now put me in a mode of just accepting who I am, my flaws, my weaknesses, and everything. Because all of my life, I never felt like, I fit in. I always felt awkward or weird, and I could never understand why I felt this strongly. But I think since my dream ended with me looking at a big version of my son, who was diagnosed with quote-unquote autism, which means a state of being oneself, maybe that is the reality of what I'm looking at now as far as me just receiving who I am now in Christ.